Hey everyone, Chef Ralph here. Welcome to Chef Ralph's Realm. Today we are on a ferry. Yay! We're going to Newport, Rhode Island, shoot some videos at Bowen's Warf. Let's go! Hey everybody, Chef Ralph, we've finally made it. We are at Bowen's Warf. We're gonna do a couple of the shops. We're gonna find a nice place for lunch and maybe some snacks along the way. Let's go, let's have some fun. right, guys, we got the Lobster Bar. Looks like a really neat place. Let's go get some lunch. All right, folks, we arrived at lunch. We are at the Lobster Bar, which seems to be like the farthest place. You can see this. Look at the view behind us, and you're right on the water. The menu looks really interesting. It kind of like a seafood gastropub type thing. Paul, your thoughts on the menu? What are you looking for?
It's all intriguing.
Yeah, that it is.
This is maybe not the heart of lobster country, but it's certainly damn close.
And it looks like they're going to give them a run for their money on some of these dishes. I got to say, I'm gonna go with the Lobster Bar burger, and I'll read that off to you because it's an 8-ounce sirloin burger topped with brie, fresh lobster meat, bacon, jam, lettuce, and tomato on a brioche bun. I mean, that sounds insane. How can that be bad? So let's, of course I'm gonna have to go with some New England clam chowder because I love the clam chowder. What are you thinking?
I might try the seafood chowder.
Okay.
And maybe the swordfish.
All right, probably a solid choice for sure. All right, we'll be right back with you. All right, so I just wanted to quick throw up a couple interesting things on the menu. So they have a lobster flight, 3 lobster sliders, there's a traditional lobster roll, half grilled lobster. So it looks like it's definitely lobster heavy. Haven't done much, walking around and research. This place just kind of jumped out at me. We did like just a surface view of a lot of these places, but I gotta say, so far, so good. Yeah, it looks like they have a lot of nice craft cocktails. So we'll see you back when the soups get here. All right, so the soups came. The New England. Let's get the camera in here a little bit. So you can see that you got the seafood chowder.
Yes.
That to me looks a little bit more on the traditional, like more on the Manhattan style, and it's looking like the New England is more traditional. All right, let's get in there and see what we got. Nice flavor, very nice flavor. Creamy, but not starchy. A lot of nice big pieces of clam. Not rubbery, very nice tender clam. Good amount of potato. I have to actually say that the cook on these clams is probably near perfect. How are you doing with yours? What do you...
I got a mouthful of fun.
Yeah, I got little to no complaints about this chowder. You want to give it a try? It's actually it's pretty up there with, I'm going to say, could be a little hotter if I'm going to be like super critical. Cool. All right, well, that's definitely off to a good start, I would say. Let's keep it going. See you when the mains get here. All right, food just got here. Looks interesting. A little bit, I would say, more minimal than I had expected, which isn't a bad thing. Let's get the camera in here. And,
more room for later.
So this nice looking burger, small, but okay. Piece of lobster, claw, bacon jam, brie, and we got the swordfish over here. Small portion of swordfish, but swordfish nonetheless. All right, so let's tear into it and see what we got.
I'm curious about the coleslaw.
The coleslaw looks like it has kale in it, which is okay, I guess, if you like that. There's 2 pieces of tomato on here. I'm going to take 1 piece off because that's a little much for me.
I didn't know where you were. I look at you and see back here. I am here. I'm standing in it.
Let's get a small section of that burger. You got the, looks like it's cooked well, medium rare. You see a little bit of lobster in there. You get the brie, you get the bacon jam. All right, we'll tuck into that right now. Smash myself with a fork. Smokier than I anticipated it to be. Interesting. It's a decent burger patty. Believe it or not, the brie is getting lost, which is strange because brie is usually very up forward. What you got?
Nice. It's got moisture, which any other time I've had swordfish, it's generally very dry. It's got a nice amount of moisture, nice flavor, not fishy.
Okay, that's all good. And the fries of taste. Good fries. Nice and crispy. They have a little bit of a seafood seasoning to them, like an old, not like an Old Bay, but kind of, you know, like that. All right, cool. I'd have to say I'm pretty happy with that. So we're gonna enjoy this, and then we'll give a little wrap up after. So stick around. All right, guys. Awesome lunch. I got a little bit of a take home. Don't want to stuff myself too soon. We got plenty of other eating to do today. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Let's go. All right, guys, we're in the middle of town. We got the cookie jar right behind us. Let's go for a little sweet treat before something else savory. Let's go inside. All right, we're gonna go back to the car and try some of these cookies. See you there. All right, back at the car. We're gonna move to a different part of Bowen's Warf, more of a shopping district, but let's get into some of these cookies first. Paul, which one? What do you want? We got a peanut butter. See, that's I led with that one because I thought that's what we were doing. All right, there's your peanut butter. We did peanut butter. We did chocolate chip and shortbread. I'm gonna go for the shortbread, which I usually don't do. Let's see, what do we got? Where'd you go? That's the shortbread. Why is the camera gimbal? Okay. It's a nice shortbread cookie. It's not too sweet. Yeah, not too sweet, chewy. How about you?
I like the texture. It's got a little bounce to it. It's not falling apart. And the flavor is just spot on.
Good. Okay. He said spot on. I got 2 of each, so I'm gonna have to. It's got a little sticky to it, almost like there's a molasses in there or something. Yeah, it's got a good peanut flavor. Price point was like $3 a cookie. They're not huge, but you know, I guess this is what you pay for in areas like this. Cool. Let's keep going. All right, everyone, found something to get a little more trouble with. I mean, the Rhode cars are coming, so I'll be quick. This is the Newport Fudgery. Who doesn't like some fudge? This is their smaller location. Their larger location is down the block, but this one is a little bit quieter to film in, so let's go in and grab some fudge. So this is Panucci or Panucci fudge here at the Newport, Rhode Island Fudgery. So you said it's an old school, would you say brown sugar? Brown sugar fudge.
It tastes like the Sugar Babies caramels.
Yeah, it tastes like a Sugar Baby caramel.
Soft and creamy.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, the texture is a little bit different too, probably from the crystallization of the sugars.
Yep.
Cool. All right, guys, we'll see you outside. I'm going to stock up on some fudge while I'm here. See you soon. All right, guys, we found a really cool little spot. This is the Newport Jerky Company. A lot of exotic jerkies and stuff like that. I'm gonna go get a bunch. May not be eating them now, but I will give you, I'll pan around and grab some pictures of products. Let's go inside. right, guys, another one down. Let's keep moving, see where else we can go. Come on. Hello everyone, Chef Ralph Terrell here outside the amazing Fort Adams here in Rhode Island. A lot of really great things in history happened here. Things such as and let's not forget the very important wow, you can see this was a great port in American history. Let's go for a quick walk around. Wow, so cool. Can you believe that things like this happened here? And you can't forget this. Wow, such an amazing part of American history. I'm glad you could come with me on today's journey. This is Chef Ralph signing out. All right, folks, Chef Ralph Terrell reporting to you live. Not so much, this is a recorded video outside Mama Leone's pizzeria in Rhode Island. Rhode Island pizza, Mama Leone's. I'm gonna get honked at now. All right, let's see how we did. All right, guys, we're here at Mama Leone's, a Rhode Island pizza place. We would have to do a Rhode Island pizza review while we were on the road. Let's get in here for a quick look to see what we got was. So they only had 2 slices left, which was a little weird for me. I don't know. So, I guess let's get in.
Let's make it happen. Ooh, I like the weight of it. I like the size of it. I like the depth of crust.
I hate everything about it. I'm sorry. This you can get this at Costco. I don't know what style pizza this is considered. It looks like it was twice baked.
Could have been, yeah.
So to me, it looks like maybe like the pizza was baked, and then when we ordered it, they threw on a little bit more cheese on the top, and then rebaked it. You can get this at Costco. Actually, I think Costco may be better. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm going like, listen, Frank Pepe may have cut his pizza with his eyes closed, but it was much closer to pizza than this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna eat the rest of it. I'm just gonna go for just some crust. The crust isn't horrible. The sauce is very sweet. Sorry, Mama. I'm gonna go grab a cup for some drink and yeah, all right. Here you go. You could get to taste that. Entertain the nice people. Here you're on.
I'm known for having a And my palate is not that educated.
Nothing? Anything? I hope it was entertaining. I'm going to put this in a bag. I'm not sure why. I would say this is good drunk pizza, but I've been sober for almost a year, so I don't know if I'm going to get that opportunity. God, the grease is congealing on the top.
They were all hungry raccoons in the neighborhood.
Yeah. All right. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of this, but all right. I'm going to go a solid. Did I give it a number? I'm going to go 4. This is this slice of pizza is a 4. It is.
At least you were able to pick it up.
At least I was able to pick it up. I got mixed emotions about this. We got a 4. So Rhode Island, you're not impressing me with pizza. All right, on to the next adventure. All right, everyone. I'm Chef Ralph Terrell, and this is Chef Ralph's Realm. Today, we find ourselves outside the famous Mystic Pizza in Mystic, Connecticut. My buddy Paul's already inside, so let's go in and see what it's about. All right, guys, we got counter pizza. Let's get a look at the slice. So I've been told that this is what's known as Greek style pizza. Coming from New York, we just call that wrong, but that's fine. Don't shoot that. Cool. So, got the test, the undercarriage. All right. The sauce has got a nice ragu, Prego, maybe something out of a plastic bag quality. There's oregano. I mean, thank you. That's the Greeks. In my opinion, I truly believe Greeks can keep the oregano. Stay away from almost everything Italian. Yeah, I mean, this is somewhere between Mama Celeste and like Chuck E. Cheese. It's food. I'll give it that. It is pizza. It has all the ingredients of pizza. Yeah. Anything?
It's unique to its own self, that's for sure.
I don't know. This was just as bad as Rhode Island.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's
That style.
smaller. The slice is smaller. The crust is not as bready. It's
You're right.
a finer crust. But it reeks of oil too.
Yeah, I'll agree that it is thinner than the last place that we stopped at in Rhode Island. Don't know if that's going to be on the same video or a different video. Hey, well. I guess that's, achievement unlocked. We did it. We came here. We had some pizza-like substance. Cheers. On the road again. Till next time, I'm Chef Ralph. My buddy Paul. Arrivederci. Now, Greek. Why do you say goodbye? How do you say goodbye in Greek?
No friggin' idea.
No idea. All right. Well, that'll be cool. See you soon. Bye. Alright folks, Chef Ralph here on the ferry going from Connecticut to Port Jeff, and we're bringing you another food review because this is what we do. So tonight, this is the later ferry, so the kitchen really wasn't pumping out what they normally do, I'm assuming, so my choices were things from a warmer. I'm sorry, the TV's on, I'm being distracted, it's a long day. So we got the fried chicken sandwich combination. So we got our fries right here. I'll show you the fries. Very nice fries. They were probably nice maybe 40 minutes ago to an hour ago. You know, they taste like they've been sitting in the warmer for a little bit. It's kind of what I expected. Now let's go for the chicken sandwich. Oh, this is gonna be good. All right, I'm gonna put the microphone down for a minute. All right, so the bun, soggy, and I feel like the clock is ticking. Like if it does dry out, it's going to be hard as a rock. Like all the moisture is leaving as I speak. So I'm going to go for it. Yeah, that's impressively bad. It is food though, so I'm assuming that's why people eat it. Yeah, so I was able to get a package of honey mustard. Hopefully that'll bring some moisture and happiness to the sadness. Okay. I got a bottle of water, and the grand total was $19.97. That seems like a bargain. That's absolutely not a bargain, but that is pretty on brand with the day that, oh, wow, okay. That was pretty on brand with the day. So, once again, I'm Chef Ralph. This is Chef Ralph's Realm, and we are on the ferry going from New London to Port Jeff. Hope you enjoyed my review. It was very short, very basic, but thorough. Have a good night.